Hey, hey, welcome to Live with Lynn. So if you're here, say hi. If you're watching the replay, be sure to type replay so I know you were here. I'm Lynn Huber, and I appreciate you being here with me today. So today I'm going to talk about what you can learn from how leaders handle mistakes. You know, we all make mistakes. Even the best and most competent leaders and thinkers make mistakes every day. Every day, seriously, it happens, even when we do everything in our power to prevent them. But it's not the mistakes that are so important as what happens next. So those who are genuinely great leaders have mastered the art of dealing with their mistakes, right? And we could learn a lot from those examples. Hi, Pamela, good to see you. So, I've always said that success leaves clues. And so that's why I look at what other people do. I look at what other people do to be successful, and I follow leaders. And so we can learn a lot from their example, right? So here's some of the most important things that great leaders do and what you can do to learn from how they handle their mistakes. So the first one, come clean quickly. You know, when something has gone wrong, great leaders are the first ones to admit there's a problem. They don't try to cover it up. They don't blame other people, and they don't wait to see if anyone notices. I mean, I make a lot of mistakes every day. We all do, right? When I was working at Giordano's and I was director of marketing, sometimes my mistake could really impact the company. And I always went straight to my boss, told her what I did, and gave her my ideas of how I should fix it. We usually talked through the options, and she always appreciated that I came right to her and didn't try to cover it up or hope nobody would notice. But you know what? I knew that I was going to have to take responsibility for it no matter what, one way or another. I mean, either now when it was easier to fix, I'd much rather go in and say, hey, I screwed up. This is what I'm going to do about it, than later have it just blow up in my face, right? And become a much bigger problem. And then people would know I tried to hide it, and I never wanted that. Right? So take responsibility, even for those parts you didn't cause. That's really important. Even if you didn't cause the mistake or the problem, take responsibility, because that's what leaders do. So Florence, hi, thanks for being here. Hi, Caroline, good morning. So don't underestimate the scope of the problem. Trying to minimize the challenge doesn't make it any easier to tackle or to solve, right? The problem is the problem, and making it light of it isn't going to help. So belittling the problem is actually worse than hiding it, because you're being dishonest about how it could affect other people. Fully diagnose the problem. The more you know about what happened and why, the better you're going to be able to devise the right solution or make the right changes in the future. So giving a solution without having all the information first is neither helpful nor honest. So take the time to figure out the full story before trying to implement a solution. Ask for feedback and input. Great leaders realize that they don't have all the answers, and that others on their team might have valuable insights. While you accept the responsibility as a leader, you can still be open to suggestions. You don't have to know it all, right? The thing about the leader is that they find a solution. Doesn't mean that they have it in their head already. So you can be open to solutions from your team, and the same is true for all of us. People around us have perspectives and experiences that are different than ours. So don't be afraid to ask for advice or input on how to solve your challenge. Make sure the problem's resolved. So leaders do not rest until a resolution is found, and neither should you, right? Especially when your mistake affects other people. Leaders provide updates to their team when the solutions are in the works. And be sure that the people in your life know precisely what you're doing to help mend your problems, especially when they're being impacted by them. And then help others learn from your mistakes. This is kind of big. Let me see, I got people commenting all over. Pamela says, I was successful the first time before I had to take a leave. It's about asking questions. You are spot on, Pamela. It is. It's about asking questions and knowing what and figuring out what the right answers are, right? So help others learn from your mistakes. So when problems are resolved, leaders use that opportunity to share the lessons they learned with others. Leaders want to make learning opportunities for everyone else too. So they make it a point to share their newfound understanding. When you see a friend struggling with a problem that you've had some experience with, be sure to let them know that you've learned from your mistakes too. Don't just fix the symptom. When mistakes occur, they can sometimes reveal more systemic or structural problems, right? When you fix the immediate problem, When you just fix the immediate problem, then that's not an issue anymore. You're guaranteeing that something else is going to go wrong in the future because you haven't fixed the underlying product. You haven't fixed what's going on underneath it, right? So if you just fix what's on the top, then whatever's underneath it's going to explode at some point, right? So take the time to fix it right. And it doesn't matter if we're talking business, relationships, personal growth, and everything else in life. This is true for everything. Make a commitment to never repeat your mistakes. So the best way to show others that you're sincere in your efforts to fix a problem is to learn from your mistakes. Break the cycle and stop repeating behaviors or beliefs that perpetuate the problem. Actions speak louder than words, and when a mistake changes you for the better, that speaks loudest of all. And hey, we should learn from our mistakes because then we won't do that again. We'll find something else to make a mistake about, right? We're always making mistakes, right? But leaders get to be leaders because they realize that someone must be in charge and someone has to take responsibility for things that go well and when mistakes happen. And there might be times when you had nothing to do with that mistake, but as a leader, you step up, you accept responsibility, and you take charge to make sure it's fixed. This is the same as true for you in your own life. I mean, some of us are in business and it's the same thing. We step up, we accept responsibility, and we take charge to make sure it's fixed. Maybe we take charge to make sure that we're successful. It's all the same, right? It's the same true for you in your own life and in your business. So seriously, the good thing is you get to be the leader. How exciting is that? You are in control of your life. You don't have to have someone else tell you how you're going to live your life, right? Leaders are leaders precisely because they step up and take charge. If they don't know what to do, they find out and they figure it out. They take responsibility and they don't give up until they've resolved the issue that they're dealing with. And let me see. Pamela also says, hold meetings regularly with your team. Awesome advice, Pamela. So you can be a leader too. You can be a leader of your happiness and start handling mistakes like a boss. So, hey, thank you, everybody, for being on this call with me. Thank you for your comments. I love them. And anybody else, I'd love to hear from you. So what ways do you find work best for you to handle mistakes? How has taking responsibility for you helped you in working towards your success? Please share with us. I would love to hear it. Anyway, thanks for being here with me today. I hope you have a great day, and I'll see you tomorrow. Bye-bye.